Alright, hey guys. Today for our lesson, we are going to be able to create a dot plot based on a data set. So if you can see here on my video, I have gathered some data. I wanted to know about how many points did Michael Jordan score per game in the 94-95 season. So I took a look at 10 games and the points that he scored during that time. I listed them all here: 27, 19, 21, 32, 23, 28, 21, 25, 29, and 28. In order to be able to create a dot plot from a data set, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the numbers from the data set in order from least to greatest. Okay? So you're going to see, I'm going to take a look at each number. Okay, I'm going to look and see what is the smallest, about the smallest number I see. And the smallest number I see is 19. So I'm going to write that here. Okay. I'm going to cross it out from my data set to show that I have used it. Okay. The number after 19, I'm going to look, are there any 20s? There are not. So now I look for 21. I see a 21. I'm going to put a 21 here. I need to make sure there are no other 21s. There is another 21. So I'm going to list it here. And then cross it off here. No more 21s. After 21 is the number 22. I take a look. I don't see any. 23. Oh, there's a 23. I'll cross that out. See if there's any more. Nope. 24. No. 25. Yep. Okay. 26. Nope. 27. There's a 27. Make sure there aren't any other 27s. 28. There's a 28. There's another 28. Look if there's a 29. There is. There's only one number left, and that's 32. I'll put that on the end. Okay, so I've now written my numbers from least to greatest. I can check 19, 21, 21, 23, 25, 27, 28, 28, 29, 32. This is exactly what we were practicing on Tuesday with our data set. Now I'm going to, if you've noticed on a dot plot, there's always a straight line. So I'm going to grab a ruler if I have one. I'm going to grab just like something that's going to help me draw a straight line from home. Sometimes I like to use envelopes. They're really sturdy and they're a great way to draw a straight line. I'm going to leave some space here so that I can put my dots above it when it's time. So I'm going to draw my line. Okay. There's my line for my dot plot. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find my minimum. Okay. That means I need to go to my data set where the numbers are written from least to greatest. So my minimum is right here, my 19. Okay. That is going to be the first number on my dot plot. So I like to put a little tick mark there and put 19. That is my first number because it's my minimum. Then I need to find the maximum of my data set. Remember, the maximum is the largest number in my data set. If I take a look at that, that is 32. My dot plot down here, the last number I'm going to show is that 32. So my dot plot line here should start with my minimum, end with my maximum. Okay? Now, I am going to from here to here, I'm going to start labeling, okay? Now, I'm not just going to label with these. I need to list every number between my minimum and my maximum. So, that means between 19 and 32, I need to list every single number, counting by ones. So next, after 19 becomes a 20. Then we have a 21, 22. Notice, I'm counting by ones. It does not matter if the number is listed up here. I have to put every number between my minimum and maximum. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Okay? My dot plot now has all of the numbers between 19 and 32 because I've labeled them in that way. Once my dot plot is fully labeled like this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing my dots. Okay? I'm going to go back to my data set, which I have listed right here. I have a 19. That means I need to put a dot above 19. Because there was only one 19, there's only one dot. The next number I see in my data set is a 21. That means I'm skipping over 20. There are no dots there because there's no 20 in my data set. I'm now going to go to 21. I put a dot. There are two 21s. Woo! That means during 2 games, MJ scored 21 points. I need to list that and illustrate that by putting 2 dots above the number 21. Next, a 23. I go to 23, put a dot because there's one game where he scored 23 points. 25. 1 dot because there's 125 in my data set. 27. 1 dot, 1 game where he scored 27. Next I have 28. Now there were 2 28s in my data set. That means I have 2 dots. Okay? Then 129 and 132. Okay. My dot plot is almost done. There is just one other thing that I need to do, and that is to give this dot plot a title. Okay? This dot plot means nothing if I don't know what it's about. So, I think, what is this dot plot about? It's about the points Michael Jordan scored, right? Each dot represents how many games he scored this many points in. During one game, he scored 32 points. During one game, he scored 29. During 2 games, he scored 28, and so on. So that means down below, I'm going to write points scored. These numbers are about the points that were scored. I have to put a title that relates to what my question is in the data set. So that is how I create a dot plot from a data set. I'm going to create an anchor chart with all the steps so that you can do this as well.